Going over to the business blunder of the day, Ford recalling over 250,000 vehicles. Yet again, somehow Ford is still in business. Now, it's brought to you thanks to Reuters, and they say, quote, Ford recalled more than 273,000 vehicles. Ooh, I'm sorry, I should put a visual disclaimer on the beginning of this clip here. Now you have to see a Ford product, which, unless it's a Mustang, they kind of visually unappealing, I think. This is the Ford Expedition on the screen here, one of their big old SUVs. Now they say, quote, Ford Motor Company is recalling 273,789 vehicles in the United States as a loss of brake function might increase a crash. Whoops. According to the National Highway Safety Traffic Administration, the recall affects 2022 to 2024 model year Navigator and Expedition vehicles, which, again, when you look at automobiles, the industry, the most profitable things they sell are trucks and large SUVs. Americans love to pay as much as they want for those things. That's why Ford, past couple years, consolidated to make mostly SUVs, crossovers, and trucks, and the Mustang. And the most profitable, important vehicle you make still has reliability issues. By Ford. Again, they've had now over 40 recalls in the year thus far. So I guess that isn't accolade in and of itself, because that's more than any other company, even more than Volkswagen. So good job, Ford. Now, they say, quote, brake fluid in the affected vehicles may leak due to a front brake lines coming in contact with the engine air cleaner outlet pipe and getting damaged, according to the regulator. There's an age-old saying, cover your ears if you have kids listening, but an age-old saying is an engineer would walk past 3 gorgeous blonde virgins to F over a mechanic. Because again, some of the way they design these things just inherently seem to make the product break or hard to work on. In this case, it's a safety issue. I don't know who's designing stuff at Ford these days. Now they say dealers are expected to inspect and replace the front brake lines and air cleaner outlet pipe, if necessary, free of charge. Though again, it's going to cost the shareholders, the company, and the dealership something. They say owners will receive notification letters by May 26, according to the National Highway Safety Administration. And it sounds like they'll get physical mail and maybe some virtual mail, or just tune into the show where we cover the recalls, usually sometimes weeks or months beforehand. They're actually mailed out from the manufacturer. And again, Ford keeps having issues with nearly all their vehicles. I think the Bronco is now has 15 recalls or something like that. And again, this is the most profitable, important thing you make, Ford. Again, right now they're losing money on EVs. I think they lost 5.2 billion on EVs in 2024. On track to lose $5 billion this year. All their money comes from the gas-powered vehicles, aka these giant SUVs. Which again, Biden family may would love to get an SUV. They have to have a stick shift, obviously, but the fact that they don't have the utmost quality assurance to the most important vehicles to the bottom line, and again, it's going to cost not just consumers time, but it's going to be annoying. The dealerships get paid a fraction of the normal rate. I forget the specific industry term or the pay rate scale. I think it literally is actually just called warranty work in terms of the pay rate scale classification. Is heavily discounted from their standard rate, and that comes, the money does come to the actual dealerships and the mechanics, but it's from the manufacturer. So Ford will actually write them a check, and they have stringent timeframes of, hey, this cannot take more than X amount of minutes or hours to fix and diagnose. So no, and then the dealerships could be making more money doing other things. So no one is left happy at the end of the day. And I really hope Jim Farley, the CEO, actually starts putting a little more research development into actual quality assurance of the vehicle. I gotta say, Ford, yet another recall for, again, your important vehicles that, and again, this case is actually safety related, being brake related. Gotta say, Ford, you are certainly the business blunder of the day. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, trying to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how can we show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.